What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is feeling good this morning. So let's not waste any time and go ahead and get right to it. And I want to talk about this story that, in my estimation, is being underreported. But you have this successful football coach in Appalachia, Virginia. His name is Travis Turner. Well, 2 weeks ago, he went missing because the feds was on that ASS because this scum of a coach is a PDF file and he's wanted on CHILDPORN charges, right? So he disappeared 2 weeks ago. Now there are stories that are coming out stating that he went into the woods with a rifle and things of that nature. And so now there's this big manhunt going down in that part of Virginia trying to find this coach, whether he's deleted or alive. So now what I'm going to do is play a few clips for you talking about this situation in its entirety, and then I'll be back.
This pal is on the run right now in Virginia. Here's what we know. So this man's name is Travis Turner. He was the coach of a high school football team in the town of Appalachia, Virginia. And just a few days ago, Travis disappeared. It's believed that Travis was last seen wearing a gray sweatshirt walking into a forest, but it later came out that he disappeared right as authorities were heading to his home. And now there have been some charges announced, and they're incredibly disturbing. So like I said, Travis was the head coach of the Union City football team. So Travis was the head coach of the Union High School football team, which meant that he spent a lot of time with teenagers, and he was also listed as being a gym teacher at Union High School. And these charges are incredibly dark. So just recently, the state police announced that Travis is wanted on 5 counts of the possession of and 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor, meaning that Travis was most likely caught in a sting operation. That's just my guess. Either way, they have evidence that he was attempting to meet a child for sex, and that he was also in possession of. So yeah, this is incredibly bad, especially since he was the head coach of a high school football team and also worked at the school. But Travis has not been seen for days. Nobody knows where he's at. And I wanted to make this video to broadcast his image to folks, just in case you see a guy who looks like this anywhere near you, so that you can turn him in. So this is something that we see all the time with they always try to go for positions where they are put in close proximity with children. For example, there are so many that become teachers. There are loads of who become counselors. Essentially, anywhere where you're going to find a lot of kids, you are probably going to find some employees that have tendencies. And Travis, if this is all true, appears to be one of those people. So this is an incredibly disturbing story, but I will be sure to keep you guys updated with anything that might happen in this case.
We have major breaking news on that high school football coach from Virginia, Travis Turner, who has been missing now for days. He has now been charged with several counts, including 10 felonies and 5 counts of possessing CSA materials. Let's get into it. For anyone who isn't familiar with this case, this is Travis Lee Turner. He is the football coach, head football coach at Union High School in Big Stone Gap, Virginia. The football team is undefeated, and he is someone who was extremely well respected. In fact, he won Football Coach of the Year. He was last seen leaving his home on November 20th, 2025 in Appalachia, Virginia. Now, it is alleged that he was last seen carrying a shotgun rifle from his home into the woods behind his home. However, things have dramatically changed and have taken a turn for the worst. Now, we know that when he went missing, there was a staff member at that school who was out on administrative leave with pay. We also know that police were headed to his home, Travis's home, to speak to him about an investigation, not to arrest him. When they got there, they realized that Travis was gone. We also know that his wife had made a Facebook post saying that she loved and wanted him home, something along the lines of that. Since post has been deleted. And here's where it gets very dark. According to the Virginia State Police, Turner has now been charged, like I said, with 10 felonies, 5 counts of possessing CSA materials, and 5 counts of using a computer to solicit a minor. Could that be why Turner left his home allegedly with a rifle when police were headed to his home? Now, there has been an intense search for him that has included drones and canine. Helicopters have not yet searched because of weather, but they have not been able to find him. This has rattled this community. I have to tell you, this is someone who was, like I said, trusted, loved, and his football team, while they have played one game, they have another game this Saturday. They are in the playoffs, y'all, and they continue to say how they, love, trust, have missed their head football coach. However, I wonder if all of that is changing as these new charges are released. This case is continuing to change and grow by the hour, and I am committed to bringing you up to date as I know any information, more information as it becomes available. As always, I want to know what you guys think. This is, I don't think, a huge surprise to anyone. I think everybody sort of assumed something was going on with him, but now he has officially been charged. What are your guys' thoughts? Put them in the comments below.
The wife of missing Wise County, Virginia Union High School football coach has now spoken out into what she believes of what her husband is being accused of. And the family's lawyer just put out a statement about an hour ago addressing the circumstances as well. Now, there are currently 10 warrants out for Travis Turner, 5 of those for being possession of and 5 of those being for soliciting a. But it looks like his wife is in denial, because here is what she had to say about this. And I did do a little bit of research on how many people that are charged with these types of crimes are actually end up being convicted, and it is anywhere from 95% to 99%. So if you're charged with these types of criminal activities, the likelihood of you being charged and convicted is highly likely. We want him home, that's it. We are all just hanging in there until we get news. She also said none of that is true. He is a good dad and a good husband, and we want him home. That's it. I don't know anything. I'm sorry. But we also now have a statement from the family that was released about an hour ago. This was released from the family's attorney saying, "I speak today on behalf of Coach Turner's family. Remain prayerful for his safe return and for everyone affected by the circumstances surrounding his disappearance. We trust God to bring the truth and clarity in his time. Any allegations should be addressed through the proper legal process, not through speculation or rumor. We ask the public and media to show compassion, accuracy, and respect for the family's privacy. No questions will be taken."
All right, so we just saw and heard all of that, and this dude is clearly guilty of something. And this is the thing, if you're not, why wouldn't you stand up like a man and stand down and basically clear your name from being involved in any type of BS like this? And then what's interesting is that somebody tipped him off. So somebody knows, or somebody was okay with these accusations out there as it pertains to him, to let him know that the police was coming to question him, and that's how he was able to evade the cops. So that particular person that tipped them off, he needs to be, or she needs to be, charged as well, because that absolutely makes that person an accessory to the fact. So go ahead and slap them charges on them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about all of this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.